To my love, welcome to my love, welcome to my love, welcome to my love, welcome to my love, oh, welcome to my love, welcome to my love, welcome to my love, welcome to. What's up, chat? Another successful day. We knocked that shit out the fucking pot. Alright, chat. Oh my goodness, don't tell me it's dead. No, it's dead. No, I cannot use my mic. I cannot use my mic, chat. So you guys will have to bear with me. Alright, so we can't use the mic apparently. It's dead. I didn't charge it. My fault, you guys. But yeah, now we drive. I had a long day. But not really. Let me stop capping. Like, I fucking worked all hard and shit. Nigga, no. I'm just high as fuck. Like, do these niggas not realize, bro? Nigga, I do not be working hard, bro. I be high as fuck, bro. And nigga never trying to function, nigga. Fuck them niggas talking about, dog. Fuck is them niggas talking about, bro? Nigga be hot in the bitch in there doing my job, but you got, man, look, man. I'm gonna explain something to y'all. Just get along with people. Just get along with people. You know, it's not worth, like I'm telling you, it's not worth, you know, it's not worth it at the end of the day. Just get along with people. Just get along with people, man. I'm getting better. Like, of course, man, I want to be the perfect guy for my girl. You know, I do, man. I do. I want to be a great, and I am great. It's not what I want to be. I am. And I've been working hard. I deserve a little, I deserve this, man. I deserve it. You know, working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, you deserve some you time, you know? Life has been good. People have been good. I think as long as you focus on you, you'll be alright. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep coming in, chat. Welcome in. I'm at work now, man. It's 12:30. We can turn up. We can talk about sports. We can talk about how Trae Young is now a Washington Wizard. I thought CJ McCollum, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but CJ McCollum, he played good the other night against Orlando, and now he's traded. I don't understand why Trae Young would want to leave Atlanta, though. I don't understand. See, it's something going on that we don't know as fans. Like, these players are getting frustrated, you know. As a fan, I want to know what's going on. I never really followed Trae Young's career like that. So do I care that he's traded? No, I don't. Do I hope that he does good in Washington? Yes, I do. Is he gonna win a championship in Washington? No, he's not. No. This guy is gonna play another 10 years and is not gonna win a championship in Washington. Now, Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs, they looking nice, man. I see that team winning the championship. Matter of fact, I see OKC and San Antonio going to the NBA Finals. It's not going to be the Lakers. The Lakers got to stay healthy all season. LeBron is like the Cowboys in the playoffs. He not gonna do it. What's good, Maverick? I'm late. How am I late, bruh? I've been live. How am I late? I told y'all I was going live at 12:30. When you stays healthy and the Spurs win it all, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. I've been waiting for my Uber Eats order for 30 minutes. But oh my goodness, bro. My bad, dog. I'm bringing your Uber food right now. I got the shit hot and ready in the back. You know, I picked it up from the stadium, from the game. Yeah, man. But I believe in the Spurs. And Wembanyama, he has to stay healthy. He has to. They got some good players over there. Castle, that other guy that colors his hair. I don't know his name, man. Oh man, thank you, Blue. Thank you, Blues. Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't eat the Uber order. Come on now, chat. Now I would eat the order if I'm doing it for a prank, but you know, but it's crazy the way that the NBA is going right now. Like, it's a couple teams that I like, but I'm thinking playoffs, man. I'm thinking playoffs. If some of these players stay healthy, the playoffs, they're gonna look really nice. It's gonna be fun, electrifying. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun to watch. How y'all feel about OKC repeating? You know, you like the Celtics? Celtics looking good, man. It's crazy that they playing this good without Jason Tatum and Porzingis. Yeah, they got rid of Porzingis. I think they got rid of Porzingis and Horford. Al Horford. If I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, my favorite team in the NBA is the Dallas Mavericks. I'm out here in Dallas. We're not tanking the season. I don't want to get rid of Anthony Davis. I think if we keep, and I said this yesterday, I think if we keep Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, and Anthony Davis with Cooper Flag and Kyrie, we will have an unbelievable chance at winning a title with all those guys healthy. PJ Washington, Klay Thompson, we got Neesmith, Nembhard, or Neesmith, one of them. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Nate the Great TV. We going live every day, every morning, every night, giving y'all sports updates, picks. Bears and Packers are playing. San Francisco and the Eagles. I got my money on the Eagles, and Cooper Flag has been stepping up. He has, man. He not Luka though, man. As a Dallas Maverick fan, we love Kyrie. We love Luka. But, you know, it's hard to accept the fact that Luka's gone, but he's gone. You know, we got Cooper Flag. He's pretty good, man. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. Haven't met him personally. Hopefully I will. Him and Kyrie. You know, and let them explain the trials and tribulations of getting to the NBA. I'm sure they talk about it on their YouTube channels. You know, I need to go watch Kyrie and listen to him, man. We're around the same age. The difference is he's competing at a real high level. You know what I mean? These athletes, bro, they don't just make a lot of money. Like, don't get me wrong. They just compete at a high level. The conditioning, the everything, bro. Think about how they condition every day. You know what I mean? I don't want to condition like that every single day, bro, but if I'm getting paid millions of dollars and millions of dollars, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. Just like how we all, chat, are doing what it takes to be our greatest selves. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best. Facts. Now, the Carolina Panthers are playing the Los Angeles Rams in Carolina. Look, y'all. Look. What I want to say is, okay, look. I want the Panthers to win because I want it to be a payday, right? But they might get their ass whooped, man. They might get their ass whooped at home against fucking Stafford and Puka Nacua, the fucking Asian wide receiver who's crazy good. I like him a lot. He's a really good football player. We need to find out, like, what's his ethnicity, his background. Does he like soul food, right? What kind of music is he into? So yeah, man, the NBA has been crazy. The NFL has been crazy. You know, I'm telling y'all, chat, it's just been a wild ride for the whole NBA, NFL, and the league itself. You know, so I love talking sports with y'all. Let's chime in and see what they
have to say. It's appropriate to dial back expectations to roughly what they have done. We're dependent upon Jerry Jones having his way against Stephen Jones in this, and if that does not happen, I think it's going to be very, very conservative. I just wonder how long they think this can work. You know, I think they're telling us and telling the public we don't have to change anything. We can continue to team build like this, and the fan base is going to remain interested and engaged. We've seen the media, we've seen the sports radio in a significant way since that loss against the Packers in 2023.
Yeah.
And it's not making them, even back-to-back losing seasons for the first time in 23 years is not bringing them off of that belief that they can continue to manage like this and, you know, get significant buy-in from the fan base.
Who is he talking about?
Yeah, they have to change something.
Who is he talking about?
Being the same thing. Maybe, hey, they end up winning a couple more games. Are they a wild card team? Can they find a way to win a division if it ends up not being any good?
Pittsburgh over Houston.
Having ultimately the same end result where you're not even getting a conference championship game. So I think for a lot of fans, and I know I felt this way, I got to see it to believe it. I'm not going to get my hopes up that they will be aggressive in free agency. I really do think my takeaway was Jerry would like to. I think if Jerry is the final decision maker, but he even said it again today, he's a consensus guy. And it's been that way since he bought the team, since he started doing this. And I think that the people around him, and maybe it's Steven, I don't know, I don't know the inner workings of that, but at the big picture, everything Brian, you've alluded to, I don't have time to have a bad time. He probably doesn't have it anymore, but he might want to do these crazy things and go all in. I will say, this is one of those free agent classes where it looks like, you're probably going to overpay for a lot of these guys. But the thing is, I think now I I know I'm there, and a lot of other fans probably follow suit. I don't
No.
give a damn. Do it. Overpay for
No.
it. I'm not going to hold your feet to the fire and be like, why'd you go ahead and overpay for Devin Lloyd? Why? Because you need to. You've got so many holes. You don't have any other way to legit be a Super Bowl contender next year if you don't do that. The draft is not going to fix all your problems, and you don't have a day 2 pick. So you really are going to rely on your picks on day 3 to come in and be starters for you? That's foolish.
You might get one. Maybe. Sometimes you get lucky with an Anthony Brown or
now look,
Land or something, but those
the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl in 2027.
We're hurt at corner, Kalen Carson. I said it. For us, and now you ruin the kid's confidence. And will he ever develop? I don't know. The answer right now is probably no.
Think about it, bro.
And I think his confidence was killed.
They can go all in right now.
So doing it the way they've done
it. What's good, George?
Don't BS us by, we re-signed Javonte Williams. We brought back Clowney. We brought back George Pickens. That's not it. They've done that one too many times, too, where we're keeping our own guys. That's not going to be enough for you. You've got to bring in players from the outside. And that's why Carl Scott won. I think he could be a phenomenal coach. The resume is great. But I'm also selling it to myself as like, hey, Bobby put out awesome numbers. They really do let the defensive coordinator, especially a new hire, have say in who they bring in free agency. Seahawks have a lot of good, talented free agents. Maybe if they went that way, he'd bring some of them in.
There's just no coach that's going to be able to get it done unless you're getting tremendous edge pressure and good coverage with your corners. You probably need 3 to 4 good players, and you have 2 first-round picks. And Jerry was laying the groundwork today, I felt, by saying if we had had Micah, we wouldn't be able to re-sign George Pickens. We wouldn't have been able to acquire Quinnen Williams. And he kind of started to say the best part of the Micah Parsons trade is still to come, but then he realized that's ridiculous. We've already seen quite a bit of the fruit that's going to result from the Micah Parsons trade. It's Quinnen Williams, and then it's a couple of first-round picks, but they're not going to add anything of substance in free agency, is my read on this.
Yeah, but the things you had to ask yourself, though, when the season started, you felt like
let's listen to him. Hold on, y'all. Let's listen to him. And then I'm going to talk my shit.
You had nobody that could close a game. No. You had nobody that, every time that you needed a stop or you needed to get off the field, you couldn't. What was the number? It was incredible. How many drives ended up in? Somebody had a stat.
91 of 177, either a field goal or a touchdown. Over half the time.
A scoring drive. What do we? I couldn't believe somebody would stand there and say, "Oh no, we're going to be fine." No, your offense was going. You felt like your offense was going to be really, really good.
Our offense is really good.
Listen, I understand Jerry and Micah had problems, and that's why you made the trade. But man, you had none. But you were going to score points, but you had no way to get guys off the field, opponents off the field. And they thought, oh, no, we'll be fine. We'll manufacture. You didn't do anything. And you're thinking about maybe going in and doing the same thing you just did? That's ridiculous.
So what do we got 2 sacks for Ezraku. How big of a jump can he make in year 2?
I don't know. I'm the biggest Donovan Ezraku. I was thinking 8 sacks myself.
Yeah.
He actually beat better offensive tackles in the ACC for sacks than he played in some of these games this year with offensive tackles, and didn't win nearly enough.
Yeah.
It just did not win when you thought, when you're thinking, man, this guy can dip it, he can rip, he can get low, he can attack. Maybe that has something to do with what
I don't know,
everybody's talking about, that they didn't use him the right way. But man, I felt like he played better players and had success in the ACC than he did this year, and didn't do nearly what he needed to do.
Some interesting stuff from Steven. He was talking about we got to get coaches and draft picks in here that can improve the team immediately. So, look for that. I think when it comes to the hires, finding good fits, not somebody to rebuild from the ground up. And then with players, not tradesy guys.
We need
guys
a corner,
with high
bro.
That, had a very productive collegiate career and stands to reason can, step in and at least be a starter starter as a rookie. But on the team needs, he mentioned linebacker and then went to secondary. And when edge came up, he just mentioned bringing back Jadeveon Clowney. And before, week 18, he was sitting on 5.5 sacks and was really inconsistent with his ability to go get the quarterback. So I don't think what they have in-house, can give you any sort of confidence. Shoddy on the defense, the number one thing we have to do is stop the run and take the ball away. Maybe playing more man, maybe having more blitzes and having a linebacker that actually has some awareness over the middle there could take incremental steps in that direction. But they need a massive influx in talent if they're going to fix that. And looking for a DC, he wants a great teacher and a great communicator, looking to basically take what he's done on the offensive side of the ball and bring that onto the defensive side as well, and see if they can get better synergy going in that department.
You're listening to some early morning G-Bag Snacks on 105.3 The Fan.
All right. Now, the Cowboys need to go crazy in free agency. We got the money. We need to bring back Pickens. Yes, we need to bring back Clowney. Yes, we need to bring back Javonte Williams because we need a running back. And he raw as fuck. If we pick up players in free agency, which I don't know who is in free agency, but I know that these players want to win a Super Bowl. It's time, bruh. It's time. It's time right now. The Cowboys' time is right now. Literally. They can sit back, rest all off season. We can pick and choose. We know we're going to have a good offense with CeeDee Lamb, Dak, Javonte Williams, George Pickens, Turpin, Ferguson. I can keep naming players. These guys are really good. And the offensive line is really good the way that they played this year. We just weren't able to stop other teams when we needed to stop them. That's simple as that. We got rid of Micah Parsons. He ended up getting hurt. That's very unfortunate for him. He shouldn't have been traded. He should have signed a deal with Dallas. Period. We probably would have won the Super Bowl. What a joke, man. What a joke. All he's worried about is the big money. Like, he's not worried about a Super Bowl. He want to do his podcast. Like, I just stopped paying attention to Micah Parsons. I did. I'm not gonna count. Like, and I don't care what nobody say, bro. The whole media put money on everything, and it's like that's probably what that was the narrative, and that's what they went with, and that's what got him out of Dallas. It sucks. We had the perfect team to win a Super Bowl, and now we filling in holes, which I think is a very good idea, by the way. We fill in these holes, put some good players in there, get some good backups just in case, pay everybody decent money, and play as a football team and win the Super Bowl. Dallas can do it. They can if they get the right offense and the right personnel, the right coach. Dallas can do it.
Because if you feel different. Stories from pro football during baseball season, of course. Our insider Jared Sandler joins us. Make us part of your day every afternoon, 2 to 7 on The Fan.
We ask parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
adopt no team. Hell no, they already grown. Yeah, man, it's a commercial break, so I'll tell you what I had to say about the Cowboys. I think the Texas and Pittsburgh Steelers game is going to be a good game. Pittsburgh might win that game, honestly. The Bears, you know, they might beat Green Bay because they're playing at home. Let's just be honest. So. Let's see what they talking about.
Create a sibling rivalry and get them concentrated on that, you know, and that's definitely a plus, you know. But no, I get what you're saying, you know.
Yeah, I'm driving, man. On my way to the crib. You know, been up since like 8 a.m. It's 1:04 a.m. 70 degrees outside. And honestly, actually feels pretty good outside. I'm not gonna count. It's just been one of them weeks, man. Just anticipating the football game. Football, the NFL sucks. It doesn't come on every day. They give it to us once a week. And you know, a football fanatic loves football. So during the off season, we just sit and play Madden. Literally wait on updates to get the players. They got the road blocked off. You gotta take a different way home now. I don't like when this shit happens.
1
referencing early 90s Chiefs.
Yeah, I'll be the translator. So Josh was going for Christian Okoye. Linnell was going for one of the largest professional wrestlers in the WWE right now, who is Omos, the Nigerian Nightmare.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, Christian.
I also was going to use that as a segue to the current Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce. Is he going to retire or is he not?
Who cares?
Well, I care.
I'm annoyed with Travis.
I don't think he's
I'm
gonna
annoyed.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Who
I
cares?
can't stand
There are
his
plenty of
ass.
Swifties who care.
And I don't care about those.
Let's just hear what he has to say on the
Let's do
topic. This is from the New Heights podcast and Travis Kelce talking with his brother.
But if my body can heal up and rest up, and I can feel confident that I can go out there and give it another 18, 20, 21 week run, I think I would do it in a heartbeat. So I think right now it's just finding that answer and seeing how the body feels after this game and kind of when it all settles down.
Why are you so annoyed with him?
Because it feels like his focus is no longer on football. It's on that maniac Taylor Swift, who America is just
He didn't
in love with
anything
for
about
whatever
her
reason.
right there.
He
was
did.
talking about his body, and
I'm talking about his play on the field. He hadn't eclipsed 1,000 yards since 2022. 5 touchdowns this year, 3 last year. He's fallen off of a cliff. The last thing that I remember about Travis Kelce, I watched that Kansas City-Houston Texans game on Sunday night. He dropped everything Pat threw his way. He literally handed the football to the Texans. I think he's distracted. And also I'm annoyed at some of his personal life decisions. It's time for him to retire. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of NBC panning to Taylor Swift every chance they get. I'm tired of her being brought up around football. That sounds like I'm just some sort of giant maniac, and I'm not.
you sound like a hater.
If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. That's why Travis Kelce's popping. Air quotes.
Okay. I think
He don't sound like no
Travis
hater.
Kelce's post-football life is going to be very, very interesting. I do. I'm very intrigued. I'm not the guy who's saying I want him to get on. Well, in some ways I am, because I think he's going to be a movie star. I think he's going to be leading action movies. I think that's what's coming up, because it's
Like a
name
dad bod?
recognition. Yeah, I do. I think that's what's next for Travis Kelce. But D-Day actually asked this question earlier, and I think it's a great question. If Roger Goodell had the option, one more year of Travis Kelce, maybe post-wedding, wearing a Swift Kelce jersey on the back, that's the number 87, Swift Kelce, or he doesn't return, but Taylor Swift performs halftime of the Super Bowl next year, not worried that the Chiefs might be participating in the game. Which do you think Roger Goodell would prefer?
He'd prefer her to perform at the damn Super Bowl. She is way more important than he is in society. She just is. She's a cash cow. I 100%
think you're right.
Yeah.
But then again, the jersey sales, though. You could have, think about how quickly that's the number one jersey that's being bought for teenage girls for Christmas all across the country.
That's true.
Hey, here's a Swift Kelce jersey.
But this is getting to the root of my problems. It's no longer about football for Travis Kelce. I remember once upon a time, that was the thing he cared about the most.
I don't think
I miss him when he was a marijuana smoking bachelor. That's what I miss. That's the version of Travis I miss.
Let's get to quick hitters regarding the Chiefs, unless D-Day you had something real quick to add.
Well, I mean, do you hate love?
There we go. As a 28-year-old bachelor, I mean, some may say I do hate love. Why does love? Why do we love when love seems to hate us?
What does love got to do?
Profound.
It's Jasmine Sullivan, by the way, boys and girls.
Let's do some quick hitters on the Chiefs real quick. It doesn't seem like many of the headlines
Listen, he
are
got our
surrounding them
attention.
right now.
No.
If you're Travis Kelce and you're looking at things, okay, you don't make the playoffs. He wins, 6 games? And now you have the Rashee Rice allegations that are out here that the Chiefs put out a statement and said that they're aware of. Not good. Matt Nagy looks like he's going to get a head coaching job because he's getting all the interviews. He seems like the belle of the ball right now, which is interesting. To be polite, delicate, interesting. Let me ask you this. We talked about Fernando or Ty Simpson declaring for the draft. Caleb Downs, the Ohio State safety, he declared too. Nobody's pretending that the quarterbacks are the best players in this draft. Caleb Downs might be, pound for pound, the best player. The problem is he plays safety. Generally, those players don't go first or second in the draft, certainly not over the quarterbacks. It's him and Jeremiah Love seem to be viewed as the 2 best players, pound for pound. If you're a Chief fan, or if you hate the Chiefs, who would you least like to see the Chiefs land now that they have a top 10 pick? Who would you least like to see the Chiefs end up with in the draft to potentially help them get back up to speed?
Well, this topic hits close to home because in Washington, D.C., locally, we've talked about this with the Washington Commanders. They picked 7th. I believe Kansas City's 9th. And I said it locally in D.C. I'll say it here again. Safeties don't belong in the top 10. Safeties are not, they don't impact winning. There is no precedent. It's never happened. Talking about a safety at the top 10, I think you got to go back to like Eric Berry and Sean Taylor. Well, the last time that's happened, where safety's been taken that high. Kyle Hamilton, who's considered one of the better safeties in the NFL. Yeah, Kyle Hamilton, 14th overall. Derwin James, 17th overall. It just does not happen. Caleb Downs is great.
They're worth those picks, though? I mean, those were
they're worth it as mid-first rounders. Yes, if you're spending a top 10 pick on a safety, you should be fired. Point blank. Is he going to return kicks? Is he going to do something else besides stand in the middle of the field?
Unless you think you're close. Jamal Adams was a top 10 pick in 2017.
And look at how his career shaped out.
Right, but if the Chiefs are close to winning and they don't have a lot at safety, Caleb Downs brings them up a great deal. But he's good. I think you might have highlighted the answer though. How mad should everybody be if, for whatever reason, the Kansas City Chiefs are able to get Jeremiah Love?
Oh, he'd fit like a glove there. It'd be like Prince Holmes reincarnated.
And how madly would the league have messed up to let... Hey, you remember Taylor Swift on the podcast, her reaction? We just got Xavier Worthy. Her reaction to Jeremiah Love being a Chief.
I got to stop digging Taylor Swift for no reason. I'm accusing her of not knowing ball. It's not fair.
Question of the day regards John Harbaugh. JJ's in Houston. He wants in on the subject. JJ, did the Ravens get this right?
Can you hear me?
JJ in Houston. Yeah, we do hear you. You're on Westwood One Sports Night. Did they get it right?
Yes, sir. That entire segment was a microcosm of the hypocrisy in society because you guys just spent an entire segment discussing someone that you claim you hate discussing in Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
I love Taylor Swift. Liddell is the one that dislikes Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I love Travis and Taylor.
I don't hate either one. I hear the little overkill by name. I'm a football fan first. But with that said, the question of the day should have gotten rid of our ball on Lamar Jackson. I voted on that question. I guess that's going to be the confirmation of the day. It's also being something. Outside of this year, other than those two. So
I was about to say, other than you kind of snuck the other than this year in there. kind of significant.
But again, I mean,
Almost
but
home,
just
Chad.
1 year over given the past decade is the outlier and not the norm.
Right.
So if we're going to have this conversation about those two, then the conversation should be on the table for McDermott and Allen. At the end of the day,
man, this dude know what he talking about on the radio on the Google.
Lamar Jackson can't kick field goals.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson can be playing tight end and drop balls in the end zone. He's not Zay Flowers. So at the end of the day, they lost, yes. And to say that somebody at 28 years old...
I want a cannoli, like a cinnamon cannoli.
So, I mean,
8
I don't
years,
know
man.
what the social
8
norm
years.
was.
We're going into year 9. Like it's not about how old you are. It's about how much you've played, how much wear and tears on your body. And given the way he plays, there isn't a precedent really for running quarterbacks who've taken a lot of blows still being at the top of their game in year 10, year 11. It's not about the age. It's about how much wear and tear there is.
Okay, well, if this downward trend continues for another year or so, then we'll have that. But we can't have one season
Rice,
and all of a sudden make that
that's
mistake.
big.
Prior to this year, it was a 2,000 and was the
Sounds
best
like
one
a
in the
meal of a
league. You don't
champ.
all of a sudden have a down year, and the assumption is automatic that, okay, you're past the prime, especially in an era where we continuously see quarterbacks playing to their late 30s and 40s. So,
I hear what you're saying.
I understand. I kind of think this is shock radio instead of sports radio. But anyway, I'm letting you guys have it. Let's go.
Got it. Thank you, Jay.
Wow.
Appreciate it. I don't know about shock radio. I'll just say this. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It can't be, well, let's just wait for him to have another bad year. Well, then teams aren't wanting to give you draft picks. Like, this is the point where you have to forecast ahead and value the data. Like the Carolina Panthers made this mistake in 2018. They decided, no, he's an MVP. We made the playoffs a year ago. Even though he was starting to break down and the data told you this is probably going to happen. And then what happened? You got nothing in exchange for Cam Newton, when right now you probably get a lot for Lamar.
This is the tough part about it. If Lamar would have won MVP last year like he should have, he would be keeping the company of Tom Brady, Jim Brown, Brett Favre, Johnny Unitas, in terms of being a 3-time league MVP. If he gets another MVP, I'm telling you, and people are going to scoff at this all you want. I can give a rat's ass. Look at the numbers, people. He is quite literally one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen. Last year, that 2024 year is the most dynamic year we have ever seen in the National Football League at the game's most important position. I don't know what it is about Lamar and why it feels like, and it's not just fans, it's the league. There was an opportunity after the 2022 season. All teams had to do was give up 2 first-rounders, Josh. Not the 3 that you're alluding to, 2 to acquire his services, and people said, nah, I'm good. I don't know what's going on. Clearly, the league was colluding against Lamar Jackson then, but we don't have to talk about that. But I don't know, man. The commentary around him, like, I think he's the best quarterback in football.
I think that's past tense. I don't think he's going to do that again. That's the argument for it. If he's past, if you think his best days are behind him, then the right thing to do is to move him and get as much back as you can. Because what he's referencing is, it is a difficult time when you're going up against Mahomes and you're going up against Josh Allen and all that. Well, those guys are going to get older, and if you're playing for the future, then you're setting yourself up, well, maybe to be in a position that, say, the Chicago Bears are in right now. Up next, our picks and bets for the college football playoff semifinals. This is, and by the way, more of your calls if you have them, 310-840-4910. This is Westwood One Sports Night.
Every team, every player.
I like Westwood One Sports Night. It's really interesting. You guys are professionals. Alright, chat. I made it to my destination. Y'all be cool.